have to let it go. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 26 of the Showerpodcast. The podcast where I'm in my shower and you do you. I'm your host, Chip, and first of all, way more energy, as you can see. I feel much better. I did wake up indeed at 6 a.m. and I went snowboarding for the second time this season. Very happy. And also the reason why I am, let's say, happier, it's because today I have unlocked superpowers. Nothing happened. I think that in general I got a bit more into the groove of the things that I used to do last year, first of all. So that is a plus. And also I feel, and I mean, won't be the topic of today, but nonetheless, it's an input. I have changed basically nothing by itself. So I haven't learned any new technique. I haven't studied extensively what to do. But what I did was committing. Going faster and getting, more comfortable with that. And due to the fact that I was going faster, I was then able to use better my board and to, snowboard better. And the trick that, our mind plays is that the moment that you start to go faster, also the risks go up. And in the moment, you're constantly in a fight between what if now I catch an edge and I die? I don't die, but something really bad could happen. Or you say, hey, you're doing the right thing. You're doing it properly. You're in control. So just go for it. Of course, the reason why I went for it and did more was because I was feeling in control. I'm not crazy. But at the same time, I do have to admit that I don't have a fear of, screwing up. Also, at some point, might as well talk about this. I was going down the slope at the end. And it was very icy, and specifically the last bit. So I went from the top all the way to the valley, and at some point it was very steep and icy. And again, my technique is not on point. I struggle quite a bit, so I slipped, and I started going down. And I was going down, and I also turned around, so I had my board going up the mountain and my head going down. I turned again, and I was very chill in the moment. Like, I was, okay, now I'm gonna stop. It's all gonna be fine. Whereas normally, a normal person would be, oh my God, if I don't do something is gonna happen. But I was absolutely okay. Like, I was in control. I felt like nothing bad could happen to me, even though there were many bad things that could happen to me. So bottom line is, don't think about them. And actually, screw it. One take, no cuts, and we'll go for it. I actually have more to say about this topic. So it's not so much about the commitment part. It's about our mind when it tries to deal with fear. And I'm not talking about phobias, so fear of darkness, fear of spiders, hate spiders, any kind of phobia that you could have, it doesn't have to be explained. It's not so much that, because there is a strong psychological aspect to it, and it's not that easy as if, hey, just don't think about it. Like, no. But when it comes to danger, and in general, I think that all of us are exposed to danger at some point and at some level, depending on the things that we do. I mean, the moment that you exit, I don't want to make it, maybe somebody of you is, I don't know how to say it in English. I'll say it in Italian for my fellow Italian listeners, ipocondriaco. So I'm sorry if any of you suffer from that. But the moment that you step out of your house, you're in danger, Something could fall on your head. You might, put your feet badly and knock and go down. Anything could happen, okay? But it's all a matter of how possible is that, you know? Is it riskier walking to the grocery store or going 100 miles per hour down the mountain with a snowboard? I let to you. It's a very complicated question, so please try to think about it and come back with an answer. But yeah, getting back to the point. When you are faced with danger, the immediate instinct is to hold back. You know, your mind is not dumb, and it knows how to handle that, in the sense that it just says, don't. I'm gonna do all that I can so that you absolutely stop what you're doing and not put yourself in danger, because I want to live. And that is fair, and I do respect my brain and my mind, but at the same time, it also says it from a point of laziness. Oh, sorry, I have bumped into the microphone. I'm so sorry. It says it from a point of laziness, because as it happened to me today, I had the skills. Within the environment of lower danger and practicing and trying to get the feeling of the board, you know. So while practicing those things, I picked up, let's say, what I needed to succeed in a more dangerous situation. The problem was feeling confident enough that those skills that I had were useful in that situation. And let's say if my body were saying, yes, do it, go for it, you have it, my mind was like, are you really sure? And it was a constant, really, like half of the day was absolutely painful, like I was struggling. Second half, best day of my life. I was going like crazy. Again, I'm not saying just think that everything's gonna be fine and you'll do it. No. You have to have a basis. You have to be skilled enough. You know, you have to have some experience that proves that you can do it. But don't be afraid of the potentials and the ifs and the buts and things that are not in your control, okay? Focus on the stuff that's in control of you, and you'll be fine. I'll leave you with the last example, and it's the reason maybe what I wanted to go with this topic. Back when I was living in Rome, I used to drive a scooter, like a motorbike. And of course, if you think about it, and everybody that knows it, it's very dangerous. You don't have the same protection as you have with the car. And any moment somebody could, and then for who is just listening, somebody could hit you, and then, you know, good luck. But at the same time, it is my responsibility, and the only thing that I do is to drive in a way that even if something would happen, I am in a place of prevention and I'm able to avoid that. If I start thinking every time that I drive, oh my God, something bad is gonna happen, so at some point it will happen. Whereas if you just go for it, focus on the things that you're doing and drive properly, you'll be more than fine. And it was the same today. Like I was saying, hey, you have it. If you try to push, you're still in control. If you'll slip, that's life. You decided to go snowboarding. If you wanted to be safe and not injure yourself, you would have stayed at home and played chess. Like there is a choice. And maybe that's the thing. If you have made the choice to put yourself in danger, stick with it and do everything that it is in your power to actually enjoy that situation. Because otherwise you're losing on both fronts. You're not committing to the things that you have achieved, and you're not gaining from the situations in which you've been put into. So try to commit more and don't be afraid when it's not necessary. Be afraid in general, be cautious, but don't be afraid when you don't have to. Having said that, this was episode 26 of the Shower Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. As always, leave a comment. Let me know if you have any situation, really. Like, don't feel you can write anything, but you know, it helps to see the engagement besides the views, which I appreciate. Also subscribe, leave a review, all these things. On YouTube here, you should have the video of the last episode, and here you have the channel. I don't know if it's correct, but I hope it is. I've rumbled enough. Thank you so much and see you at the next one.